We've bought a lot of Dollar Tree products throughout 2026, testing them the same way we'd want you to before you spend a single $1.25 of your own money. Most held up. A few genuinely surprised us with how good they turned out to be for the price. And a small handful were disappointing enough that we want to flag them before you waste a trip. Today we're running through 24 products we bought and actually liked this year, plus 4 total flops that didn't earn a second purchase, all in the order we tried them. For each one, you'll get what it actually does, how it held up, and what it typically costs elsewhere for comparison. None of this is sponsored or provided by the store. Every single item on both lists was bought with our own money at a regular checkout, tested over weeks or months of actual use in real kitchens and real households, and judged purely on whether it held up. Let's start with the 24 worth buying. Number 1. Silicone baking mat, half sheet size, reusable, non-stick, and held up through dozens of bake cycles without warping or losing its non-stick coating. Comparable mats at kitchen stores run $8 to $12. It fits standard half-sheet pans without any trimming needed, and cleanup afterward is as simple as a quick rinse under warm water. Anyone who bakes regularly will get their money back within the first few uses just from not needing parchment paper anymore. Bottom line, at this price, buying 2 or 3 to keep in rotation still costs less than a single comparable mat elsewhere, and skipping parchment paper adds up in savings over a year of regular baking. It also handles high oven temperatures without warping or releasing any odd smell, something that isn't always guaranteed with cheaper silicone products. This has become one of the most repurchased items on our own list, mainly because a second one in rotation means never waiting for one to cool down between batches. It also rolls up for compact storage in a drawer, unlike a rigid baking sheet liner that has to lie flat. Number 2. Microfiber cleaning cloths, 6-pack. Genuinely absorbent and lint-free on glass and mirrors, unlike some scratchy budget versions. Similar 6-packs at home stores run $7 to $10. They work equally well dry for dusting or slightly damp for wiping down counters, and they held their shape through repeated machine washing without shrinking. A 6-pack this size easily lasts several months of regular household cleaning. Bottom line, 6 cloths for $1.25 beats buying a single microfiber cloth almost anywhere else, making this one of the easiest repeat purchases on the whole list. They also work well for buffing a car's dashboard or streak-free cleaning a phone screen, extending their usefulness well beyond the kitchen. We ended up buying a second set purely to keep one batch dedicated to the kitchen and another for the bathroom, avoiding any cross-contamination between the two. They're color-coded across the pack too, which makes it easy to keep specific cloths dedicated to specific tasks. Number 3. Stainless steel measuring spoon set. Sturdy, doesn't bend under normal use, and the markings stayed legible after months of dishwasher cycles. Comparable sets elsewhere run $6 to $9. The nesting design keeps them organized in a drawer instead of rattling around loose, and the ring connecting them hasn't rusted despite regular dishwasher exposure. A reliable, unglamorous kitchen basic that's earned a permanent spot in the drawer. Bottom line, a full metal set for $1.25 outlasts most plastic alternatives sold for several times the price, and the durability alone justifies keeping a spare set on hand. The set includes all the common sizes needed for everyday baking and cooking, without any oddly missing measurements. After nearly a year of regular use, none of the spoons have bent or lost their shape, which says a lot for something this inexpensive. They're small enough to fit in a drawer organizer alongside other utensils without taking up much space. Number 4. Adjustable phone tripod mount. Held a phone steady through outdoor video recording without wobbling in light wind. Similar tripods at electronics retailers run $10 to $15. The grip adjusts to fit most phone sizes, including ones in a thicker, protective case, without needing a separate mount. It's become a go-to for anyone filming short videos or joining a hands-free video call outdoors. Bottom line, for content creation, remote work calls, or simply propping a phone up to watch something hands-free, this small stand earns its price back the very first time it's actually used. The legs splay wide enough for stability on an uneven outdoor surface, not just a flat tabletop. It's held up well through both indoor and outdoor use, surviving a few accidental tips over without the mount cracking. A small bubble level built into the base helps keep shots level, a detail that's easy to overlook until you actually need it. Number 5. Bamboo salad server set. Smooth finish, no splintering after repeated use and hand washing. Comparable bamboo servers at kitchen shops run $7 to $11. The curved shape scoops greens easily without bending or cracking under normal pressure, and the finish has stayed smooth without splintering after regular use. A simple, reliable upgrade from flimsier plastic servers. Bottom line, a durable, natural material server set for $1.25 is hard to beat, especially compared to similar bamboo sets marked up several times over at kitchen boutiques. They're also gentle enough on non-stick cookware, making them useful for stirring or serving beyond just salads. After months of regular dinner use, the finish still looks close to new, with no visible wear along the edges. The natural material also looks nicer on a table when serving guests compared to plain plastic servers. Number 6. LED string lights, battery-powered, bright, even light output, and the battery pack lasted weeks on a single set. Similar string lights at home decor stores run $10 to $14. No outlet needed makes them useful for a patio, a dorm room, or anywhere without easy access to power. The warm white tone looks more polished than the price would suggest. Bottom line, no need for an outlet or an extension cord makes this one of the more versatile decor buys on the list, easily reused for multiple occasions throughout the year. A simple on-off switch on the battery pack makes them easy to use without needing a remote or timer. We've reused the same set for several different occasions throughout the year without the lights dimming or flickering. They're light enough to hang with simple removable hooks without needing anything heavier duty. Number 7. Insulated lunch tote with zipper. Kept food noticeably cooler than expected through a full workday. Comparable totes at retail stores run $9 to $14. The zipper glides smoothly without snagging, and the interior lining wipes clean easily after a spill. It's held up well through daily use for anyone packing lunch for work or school. Bottom line, keeping food fresh through a full workday without needing to refrigerate it separately makes this tote genuinely useful well beyond its tiny price tag. The exterior fabric wipes clean easily if something spills inside, avoiding a permanent stain. After months of daily use, the zipper still glides smoothly without any signs of the teeth wearing down. A small mesh pocket on the outside is useful for keeping utensils separate from the main food compartment. Number 8. Silicone ice cube tray. Large cubes. Easy release, no cracking after repeated freeze-thaw cycles. Similar trays at kitchen retailers run $6 to $9. The larger cube size melts more slowly in a drink, which matters for anyone who dislikes watery leftovers at the bottom of a glass. Flexible enough to pop cubes out without needing to run it under water first. Bottom line, a flexible, easy-release tray at this price beats a rigid plastic version that cracks after a season of regular freezer use. The tray also fits easily in a standard freezer door shelf without taking up excess space. It's held up through repeated use without any cracking, even after being left in a fully packed freezer for months. The silicone material also makes it quieter when twisting to release cubes compared to a rigid plastic tray. Number 9. Reusable produce mesh bags, 4-pack. Held up through repeated washing without tearing at the drawstring. Comparable sets at grocery and lifestyle stores run $7 to $10. Lightweight enough that they don't add noticeable weight at a produce scale, and see-through enough to spot what's inside without opening the bag. A simple, practical swap for anyone cutting down on plastic produce bags. Bottom line, replacing disposable plastic produce bags with these pays for itself within the first month of regular grocery trips. They dry quickly after washing, which matters for anyone rotating them through regular grocery use. After a full year of weekly grocery trips, none of the bags have torn or lost their drawstring tension. The 4 bags come in slightly different sizes, covering everything from small berries to a larger head of lettuce. Number 10. Foldable drying rack, tabletop size. Sturdy enough for a full load of dishes without tipping. Similar racks at home goods stores run $12 to $18. It folds flat for storage when not in use, which matters in a smaller kitchen without much extra counter space. The tray underneath catches drips well enough to avoid a puddle on the counter. Bottom line, for anyone without a dishwasher, having a sturdy foldable rack on hand makes daily dish drying noticeably more convenient without permanently occupying counter space. The individual slots are spaced well enough to fit larger plates and bowls without overcrowding. It's survived regular daily use without the joints loosening or the legs becoming wobbly over time. The rubber feet keep it from sliding around on a wet countertop during use. Number 11. Ceramic succulent planters, set of 3. Good drainage holes, glaze held up without chipping. Comparable planter sets at garden centers run $12 to $20. The compact size fits well on a windowsill or a small desk, and the glaze finish has stayed chip-free through regular handling. A simple way to add a few plants to a room without spending much. Bottom line, 3 matching planters for $1.25 each is a fraction of what a single comparable planter costs at most garden centers. The 3 different sizes in the set work well for staggering a small plant display. None of the 3 have chipped despite being moved around and repositioned several times over the months. They're light enough to move around easily when rearranging a windowsill display. Number 12. Waterproof phone pouch. Kept a phone fully dry during a pool test and stayed sealed under light pressure. Similar pouches at outdoor retailers run $8 to $12. The seal stayed secure enough for the touchscreen to keep working through the plastic, which mattered for taking photos during a pool day. A reliable, affordable option for anyone who wants a phone nearby without the risk. Bottom line, protecting a phone during a beach trip, a boat outing, or a rainy commute is worth far more than the tiny price of this pouch. The lanyard attachment makes it easy to wear around the neck during water activities without worrying about dropping it. We've reused the same pouch for multiple trips this year without the seal weakening or failing. The clear front panel is responsive enough for the camera to still take usable photos through the plastic. Number 13. Cotton rope doormat. Held its shape and didn't fray at the edges after a full season of daily use outdoors. Comparable mats at home stores run $15 to $20. It scrapes dirt and moisture off shoes effectively before it ever makes it inside the house, and the color hasn't faded noticeably despite regular sun exposure. A solid, practical upgrade for an entryway. Bottom line, keeping dirt and moisture out of a house at this price is one of the more practical, unglamorous wins on the entire list. The rope construction also means it doesn't hold on to moisture the way a fabric mat can, drying faster after rain. After a full season outdoors, the color and shape have held up noticeably better than expected for the price. It's heavy enough to stay in place without curling up at the corners in windy weather. Number 14. Silicone oven mitts, heat resistant, handled high oven temperatures without any melting or scorching. Similar mitts at kitchen retailers run $8 to $12. The grip texture on the palms makes it easy to hold a hot pan securely without slipping, and they're easier to wipe clean than a traditional fabric mitt. A genuinely useful kitchen upgrade at this price. Bottom line, reliable heat protection at this price beats replacing a worn fabric mitt every few months at a higher cost elsewhere. They're flexible enough to grip pan handles securely, unlike some stiffer silicone mitts that struggle with dexterity. After regular use over several months, there's no cracking or peeling on the silicone exterior. They hang easily from a hook by the loop at the end, keeping them within reach near the stove. Number 15. Stackable plastic storage drawers, small, sturdy enough to hold craft supplies without the drawers cracking under weight. Comparable units at organization stores run $10 to $15. The drawers slide smoothly without sticking, even when fully loaded, and they stack securely without wobbling. A practical, affordable option for organizing craft supplies, office items, or small tools. Bottom line, a full stackable organizing system for a few dollars total makes tackling clutter in a closet or office noticeably more affordable than a comparable system elsewhere. The clear front panel makes it easy to see contents without pulling each drawer open individually. We've had ours stacked and in daily use for months without any cracking under regular weight. Each drawer pulls out smoothly on its own track without needing to remove the ones above it. Number 16. Fabric-covered stretch phone grip. Stayed securely attached through months of daily handling without loosening. Similar grips at electronics accessory shops run $6 to $9. The adhesive backing has stayed firmly attached without peeling, even through repeated handling throughout the day. A small, useful accessory for anyone who wants a more secure grip on their phone. Bottom line, a small, secure upgrade to daily phone handling at this price is easy to justify, even as a quick add-on to a larger shopping trip. It works on most phone case materials without leaving residue behind if removed later. It stayed firmly attached through months of daily use without ever needing to be reapplied. It folds flat when not in use, avoiding an awkward bump in a pocket. Number 17. Reusable silicone food storage bags. Sealed tightly and survive the freezer without cracking. Comparable bags at kitchen stores run $8 to $12 each. The seal holds well enough for both freezer and pantry storage, and they've survived repeated washing without developing any cracks or leaks. A genuinely useful, reusable alternative to disposable plastic bags. Bottom line, replacing disposable plastic bags with a reusable option that actually holds up in the freezer pays for itself quickly over repeated use. They stand upright on their own when filled, making them easy to use like a small container in the fridge. After repeated freezer and pantry use throughout the year, none have developed leaks or tears. They're easy to label with a marker and wipe clean for reuse, unlike disposable bags. Number 18. Cotton Canvas Market Tote. Held real grocery weight without the seams giving out. Similar totes at retail stores run $7 to $11. The wide base keeps it stable when set down loaded with groceries, and the fabric has held up well without fraying at the seams. A dependable, everyday tote at a fraction of retail price. Bottom line, a genuinely sturdy tote at this price beats flimsier reusable bags that tend to tear within a few grocery trips. The strap length is comfortable over the shoulder, even when the bag is fully loaded with groceries. After regular weekly grocery runs all year, the seams and handles show no signs of giving out. An interior pocket keeps smaller items like keys or a wallet from getting lost among groceries. Number 19. Bluetooth Compatible Earbud Cleaning Kit. The brush and pick tools worked well for clearing out debris without damaging speaker mesh. Comparable kits at electronic stores run $6 to $10. The small brush reaches into tight spaces around the speaker mesh without damaging it, and the pick tool clears out stubborn debris effectively. A simple, useful accessory for anyone who wears earbuds daily. Bottom line, extending the life of a pair of earbuds through regular cleaning is worth far more than the tiny price of this kit. The kit also includes a small cloth for wiping down the earbuds themselves after cleaning out the debris. We've used the same kit for months without the brush bristles wearing down or losing effectiveness. The whole kit fits in a small pouch that's easy to toss in a bag or drawer. Number 20. Ceramic Bathroom Soap Dispenser. Pump mechanism worked smoothly through months of daily use without clogging. Similar dispensers at home goods stores run $9 to $14. The pump mechanism has stayed smooth without needing to be primed repeatedly, and the ceramic base adds a nicer look than a plastic bottle. A small upgrade that noticeably improves a bathroom counter's appearance. Bottom line, a nicer looking dispenser that functions reliably at this price is an easy upgrade for any bathroom counter. The wide base keeps it stable on a counter, even with repeated one-handed pumping. After months of daily use, the pump still works smoothly without needing to be replaced. It's easy to refill by unscrewing the top without needing to remove the pump mechanism entirely. Number 21. Foldable Reusable Shopping Cart Liner. Fits standard cart sizes well and folded flat for easy storage in a trunk. Comparable liners at retail stores run $10 to $15. It keeps groceries from touching a potentially dirty cart surface, and it folds down small enough to keep permanently in a car trunk. A practical, reusable swap for anyone who shops regularly. Bottom line, keeping groceries off a public cart surface while also cutting down on bag use makes this a practical, reusable upgrade worth the tiny cost. It also has small pockets on the side useful for keeping a phone or keys separate from groceries. It's held up through dozens of grocery trips without tearing at the seams or losing its shape. The straps attach securely to a standard cart frame without slipping loose during a shopping trip. Number 22. Silicone Stretch Bottle Caps. Sealed open soda and wine bottles well enough to keep carbonation and freshness for a couple of days. Comparable caps at kitchen stores run $7 to $10. They stretch to fit multiple bottleneck sizes without needing to buy a specific cap for each type. A simple, useful fix for anyone who doesn't finish a bottle in one sitting. Bottom line, keeping a leftover bottle fresh for even one extra day makes this small purchase worth having on hand in a kitchen drawer. They come in a small multi-pack, so there's usually one on hand exactly when needed. After months of regular use, they still seal tightly without any noticeable wear on the silicone. They're dishwasher safe as well, saving a step compared to hand washing a rigid cap. Number 23. Cotton Throw Blanket. Lightweight, softer than expected, and held its color after several washes. Similar throws at home goods stores run $12 to $18. It's light enough for year-round use without feeling too warm in summer, and it's held its softness through repeated washing. A comfortable, affordable throw that works well on a couch or at the foot of a bed. Bottom line, a genuinely soft, well-made throw at this price is hard to find anywhere else, making it one of the better value buys of the whole year. It packs down small enough to bring along on a road trip or a picnic without taking up much space. After several washes throughout the year, the color and softness have both held up well. It comes in a few different colors, making it easy to match an existing room's decor. Number 24. Adjustable laptop stand. Sturdy enough to hold a laptop steady at a comfortable typing angle without wobbling. Comparable stands at office supply stores run $15 to $25. The adjustable height helps with posture during long work sessions, and the base has stayed stable even with a larger laptop on top. A genuinely useful desk upgrade at a fraction of the usual price. Bottom line, better posture during long work sessions is worth far more than the tiny price of this stand, especially for anyone working from a laptop daily. It folds flat for easy storage or travel, making it useful for anyone who works from different locations. After months of daily desk use, the hinge still holds its angle without slipping under normal weight. The ventilated design also helps with airflow underneath the laptop during longer work sessions. Now the 4 total flops, the ones that didn't earn a second purchase after testing them ourselves. Flop number 1, plastic kitchen knife set. The blades dulled almost immediately and struggled to cut through anything tougher than a soft tomato. Not worth it even at this price. Even for basic prep work, the blades struggled, and after just a couple of uses, the edges had visibly rounded off, making them borderline useless for anything beyond spreading butter. Flop number 2. Battery-operated handheld fan. The motor was noisy and the airflow was weak enough that it barely made a difference on a hot day. A disappointing miss. Battery life was also shorter than expected, and the plastic housing felt fragile enough that we wouldn't trust it to survive being tossed in a bag repeatedly. Flop number 3. Adhesive wall hooks, bulk pack. Several fell off within days, even on a clean, smooth wall surface, following the included instructions closely. Not reliable enough to trust with anything valuable. Once the adhesive failed on the first hook, the rest of the pack came down within the same week, suggesting a batch-wide quality issue rather than a one-off. Flop number 4. Instant cold compress pack. The cooling reaction was weak and faded within a few minutes, well short of what a proper cold pack should provide. Skip this one. By the time it was actually needed, the cooling effect had already faded, making it feel more like a warm compress than a functional cold pack. 24 genuine wins and 4 flops, all tested ourselves throughout 2026 before putting them on this list. If you've tried any of these yourself, your experience might vary by location and batch. But this is what held up consistently for us across repeated purchases this year. If this list saves you from a bad buy or points you toward a new favorite, it's done its job, and passing it along to someone else who shops Dollar Tree regularly costs nothing but a share. We'll keep testing new arrivals throughout the rest of the year, and there's a good chance next year's list looks at least a little different, since Dollar Tree's lineup keeps rotating just as fast as it always has, with new products replacing old favorites before most shoppers even notice the shelf has changed.